game pretty much over. But as we talk about all the what ifs, we are ready to load in. See these two titans clash. And we are very excited to see Watchdogs versus the Xee My Wrath game. The title of first place will go to the victor of this match.
Yeah, so this is great. Will we see an invade? Thresh is available, so that hook is and we do see Xee My Wrath moving as a squad of 5. Thresh
This is
will be
pretty
spotted out
well.
here, but Thresh will also see them walking up. Will they go for a flash play here? Manage to see all 5 members. Thresh is really baiting this out, but it looks like they just go for those deep wards, making sure that they spot out this entire red side of Watchdogs, and a late invade by Kev and DisasterMonkey. Oh, but once again, it's just warding, making sure that both teams' red sides are warded. Great wards overall, making sure that there is vision control. Vision, one of the most overlooked parts of League of Legends, but without it, you don't know where people are. And I think it's very important in a team environment to be prioritizing that.
Yeah, just the vision game here, very important for these two teams. Great understanding from Watchdogs doing their homework, knowing that usually the Xee My Wrath squad does travel as a group of 5. We've seen it time and time again in their previous games. Last game, if I remember correctly, they did travel as a group of 5 over to the top lane bush, trying to
Mhm.
get the advantage over to their top laner. And yeah, this is exactly how it. I mean, opposite starts for the junglers not wanting to be seen this Wukong. So great understanding. This is exactly why they are head. Yeah, the fake leash too. Wow, that is just great understanding coming out from this squad here, knowing that they were under vision, so they put it there for a little bit. So it seems as if this Wukong did take that, but if they hover over to that side of the map, they should see it wasn't taken. And yeah, just opposite sides of the map starts coming out from these junglers, so it seems as if both junglers will meet each other. But no, they're just going for that. Olaf is going for that vertical jungle. Very interesting here. The wave state for both lanes are actually pretty even, so let's see how this does turn out.
So yeah, I mean, he was paying attention. He did see that it wasn't warded, and they will meet here. Those Wukong will meet this Olaf. Olaf not managing to pull the red buff in, and Wukong does spot this out. Wukong is playing this very safe. Olaf is not spotted out. Half HP manages to slow the Wukong, but now Viktor is rotating over. Viktor getting some free damage and great use of the first strike there, getting some extra damage and gold off, and that puts Olaf in a very difficult position. All right, he tried to
Yeah,
vertical jungle, but did not get any. He did not reap any benefits from it. So that is huge for Watchdogs.
Yeah, I mean, if you look over at Wukong's understanding over that, okay, there's vision in my red, there's vision in that bush. I will just clear the blue into Gromp, and then the ward should die out by those times. Just great understanding of the timings of those vision and
Oh, great hook onto the Renata. Renata now getting played backwards, having a flash and flash forward, getting those autos, and the Kaisa secures the first blood. Great pick by Lazerue.
That was an isolated Q there too, so that's a lot of damage going out from the bottom side of the map. I mean, we've seen this before. Gordo gets picked off early, but then somehow manages to turn around, so do not count them out just yet. But yeah, so far, great start here from Watchdogs. And Wukong is trying to look for a gank here, knowing that this Olaf is behind in terms of tempo. Just elects to take this Scuttle Crab, and yeah, just trades. No big trades here. Great understanding though. Great hook again. There it goes again. The Lazerue laser hooks. This masterclass of a Thresh we've seen time and time again in this tournament. And yeah, just
Yep,
great.
Optimus Prime, relax there. But yeah, great hook. And now we see we see Malkman trading aggressively onto this Gnar here. Actually staying pretty healthy in this range versus melee matchup. And looking at the PS, right? 17 to 21. Malkman seems to be doing very well into this Gnar. Gnar was punished last time, but we did see him bring a huge team fight ultimate into their final fight against Green Eggs and Spam, is what we saw during Watchdog's game against them. So we will have to see how that goes. Yeah.
Am I still Optimus Prime or am I?
Not in your
Okay.
no more Optimum Pride.
Optimum Pride is gone, but yeah, I mean, looking over at the gold, I mean, the items right now, this reset does, oh, nice, that's just nice, but oh, Laser here, will he hit it, he does, he hits
He
it
manages to
again.
get that hook, huge hook onto the Ahri. Ahri trying to get away, but does not manage to flash over the wall. And now they're just willing him down with autos and flashing forward this Wukong to secure the kill. Kill secured by Kev, making sure that there is continuing to balloon their gold lead.
Yeah, I mean, this was last tournament's MVP right there. Kev just knowing again where to be in the map, around the map, and just great tempo from this Wukong now, knowing that this Olaf is going to be behind. Lazerue just does not get spotted, knowing to manipulate the vision there. But just great response, great roam too. 2 for 2 so far in the hooks that we've seen. Death Sentence is living up to its name because every time that hook lands, it has been a death so far. But now this is the vision war for this early Ocean Drake. They've done their homework. They've seen this Olaf take these early dragons. So there's the ward, and yeah, this just shows they know exactly where this Olaf is, and this hook, will it land? I'm
Oh, they decide to. I don't know. It might look like
waiting
they
for
will.
Wukong.
Yeah, I believe they are. I mean, that pink ward is in a horrible position. It does not spot them out. And Viktor is here as well. This is 4 people. And yeah, there's no escape for this Olaf. And landing onto Renata Glass. Renata being caught out here once again. And another kill using the bailout, but there's no takedown comes through. And 2 big kills for Watchdogs onto Xee My Wrath.
Yes, Watchdogs just go like, thank you for the leash, and they just take that early Ocean Drake. That will be big for this lanes, especially, this Viktor wants to stay in lane, wants to shove it out, wants to upgrade that hex core of his, and just do a lot of damage. And this Viktor now supposedly is almost done with the first upgrade because that's 2 takedowns.
Or you getting caught up by the stun, and Lazerue is here as well. First charge of the Spirit Rush used, second charge used as well. Olaf is around, but that is ultimate for ultimate. Lazerue is still around, possibly fishing for a death sentence. Does not elect to go for it, and now they're trying to take away this blue buff. Renata trying to defend the blue buff with all her life, but Smite is not available, so this could be taken. Q taken by the Renata. Renata getting, but Caitlyn, okay, Caitlyn getting some free poke here, but great hook by Lazerue, and now the blast code pushing them away, but great straight into the hands of, but great flash. Overall, not bad, but at the same time, having to blow a summoner is still a big deal. That is a huge play by Watchdogs. We do see Renekton going aggressively onto the Gnar here, but Gnar being able to hop away to safety.
Yeah, I mean, early game right now in control is this Watchdog squad. I mean, remind you, they do still have the scaling compared to the Xee My Wrath squad, which the damage kind of falls off a little bit later into the game compared to this Watchdog squad. The Kaisa already showing the amount of damage that this can pump out. I mean, look at the items already completed. Noon Quiver into Pickaxe, which will most likely be 2 long swords to complete that Q upgrade for this Kaisa. So it is going to be that Kraken Slayer PD build. And in terms of gold, this Kaisa is up 1.1k. That's almost a full Noon Quiver. That's a big advantage, and there could be the pause.
There's a pause, yeah. A disconnect does come through. That is very unfortunate. But, overall, the state of the game, I would say that it's not doomed just yet. This is indeed the early game, and there are some scaling options in that in that Caitlyn from Xee My Wrath. Of course, it is important that they do not allow this gold lead to balloon even further. If they do that, then it puts them at a significant disadvantage because this Viktor and this Kaisa are indeed premier scalers as well. And if they manage to get the gold lead, unlike last time, Xee My Wrath does not have the kind of wombo combo access that they have had in previous games, so it'll be a lot harder for them to get those hero plays, right? At the same time, it's also very important to point out that instead of the wombo combo comp that we've come to know them with, this is very much a comp that would rely on picks. If they manage to get those picks, I think Xee My Wrath can easily convert the tempo into their advantage. But Watchdogs right now displaying the kind of dominance that we've seen from them all of last year, we saw from them last game, and we continue to see throughout this one.
Yep, they are still undefeated in this tournament, and yeah, and it shows in their level of play right now, especially coming around from the side, from the support. 100% kill participation. That's how insane these death sentences have been. They actually have been death sentences. And now knowing that There
Oh,
is a real
okay, so this one, no disconnect this time. It's just it's just the
riot.
league client. Yeah, just riot game. You know,
Riot.
our favorite indie company. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, as with all top lane matchups, they be living on an island this time around.
Yeah. We actually have not seen any action here. This is exactly, I mean, this is how Gnar wants to play this out. I mean, Gnar is one of those team fighting wombo combo fighters. We've seen it in this tournament. Not really trying to win this lane out as important as you look over at the items, the call there, knowing that, yeah, I'm just gonna farm this, Kev. You don't really have to come here. You just let me farm safely, impact around the map, and that is exactly what Kev has been doing. Has been making an impact around the map in the mid lane and in the bot lane. If you look over at this bot lane, they are so ahead compared to this Caitlyn Renata, who actually should be bullying this lane, especially with the range, especially because Kaisa is one of those shorter range AD carries. And
Ooh,
yeah, this
I'm not sure if that caught the Olaf. The Olaf did. Yeah, so Olaf was caught out in that vision there, and Gnar seeing that immediately play safe. And look at this amazing jungler giving away his buffs.
wow,
You
that's
know.
the second spawn of blue buff too. That's very rare to see. The
Yeah.
jungler I know I play with, I never give that up, man.
All right, so Renekton trading very aggressively there, getting Gnar down, but Gnar once again playing it safe.
Oh.
Lazerue having another hook. We might see the flay back here, and isolated Q just absolutely popping Gordo for the second time this game, or no, the third time this game. Sorry, the huge play. Lazerue just continuing to bring down death sentence onto.
They
this
didn't
team.
even go over the wall. They just played them and then just did the full combo. The understanding of the limits of this bot lane has been insane. They are reminding us why they are the returning champs. I mean, we've seen insane plays coming out from Stray Wolves and all the other teams. I mean, Xee My Wrath is one of those insane bot lanes too. But they're just reminding us that we are the classic bot lane. We're not that flashy, but we will still end up being ahead of our opponents, not by just winning the lane completely dominantly, but they are doing that here. But it's just by their pure skill, and they're just showing that they have the mechanic advantage in terms of that bot lane matchup right now. Just dominating with that Thresh. There you go. The Kraken Slayer is completed 10 minutes in.
Look at Renekton's HP bar. Something happened up here while we were panned away, and it looks like Gnar got a really nasty trade-off on him. Does still have the ultimate available, so, that was all done as mini Gnar. And now we're starting to see this Gnar abuse the range versus melee matchup. We did kind of see more of a handshake in the lane between those two top laners earlier in the game, but now Gnar is starting to pull ahead. As for the other lanes, this Viktor got his early advantage as well onto that Ahri, and Lazerue with his 100% KP continuing to grab these amazing death sentences.
Yeah, and they know where the gold is. This is exactly what they have been extremely good at. They know where the gold is, and they continue. And yeah, the
They
Herald.
might look for a fight here. Olaf is around. Olaf going for the kill. Using his ultimate. Now he's just getting kited like crazy. Bailout is used, but there's no takedown that's going to come here. Great charm onto the Thresh, but it's not enough. Viktor's still around. Caitlyn trying to fight this out. Does have the ultimate on her and decides to walk away, acing the hole. Now being used onto Viktor, but it's blocked by the Kaisa, actually. Making sure that the Viktor doesn't fall to this Caitlyn, and that is a great pick right before this Drake.
Yeah, I mean, they know where they need to be in the map, and they just respond quickly. Second Drake, this does allow them to start the stacking, and this does allow them to just have a bigger advantage in terms of the later team fights, because now Xee My Wrath will most likely have to respond to these dragons, especially if the third one goes down. They're going to have to send more people down. They can't have... Oh, they're just getting...
and as that happened, another pick. They just took the blue buff. Path bot once again, but they were there to take the blue buff and get another kill on this jungler.
Yeah, I mean, and again, the top lane is an island. They're just fighting here, but yeah, here we go.
We do have the Dominus used, chasing this, but just getting kited out by the Gnar. Just using that slow and preventing the Dominus from being as dominant as it should be.
Yeah, I mean, the Gnar frenzy allowing him to get move speed, and as well as the slow from the Q does end the chase there. And they know where the gold is, they know where to put it, and 5.9k to 3.3. That just shows how dominant this ball lane has been. And with this purchase, this should complete the Kaisa level up of that Q. And there's the seal, there's the second sword, and if we look, and should be transforming very, very soon. Level 9 is the time for this Kaisa to transform that Q. And actually, no, never mind. It is already upgraded there if you look over there. But yeah, that is this Kai'Sa is now fully
Ooh, Ahri might
activated.
get caught out here. Wukong is
Ooh.
behind, does have the Cyclone available, going onto the Ahri. Ahri using the first charge, the Spirit Rush. Trying to escape here. Lazerue was around as well, but, you know, just warding him off. Yeah, there's not much that he can do there. Ahri understands that there are multiple members here, but Kai'Sa getting that hit. We see Kai'Sa going in. Kai'Sa did not elect to go in, did not elect to use the Killer Instinct, understanding that that would be overstepping a bit, and feeding over that shutdown is definitely something they do not want to do.
I mean, 500 gold shut down over at this guy, so that is going to be 1k gold going into the pockets of whoever gets that shutdown. So now we're going to see. I mean, we've known Human 100 for the insane positioning with the Ezreal, but in general, Human 100 has just been insane with these positionings in terms of the fight. So I really am excited to see where the next big fight is going to erupt. I mean, there is no nothing much to take at this current moment. The Rift Herald was taken and is still down and is taking its time to spawn. And the dragon is still 2 minutes and 30, but as the teams are supposedly doing, are getting the vision here. And interesting positioning here from Lazerue, waiting for the Viktor. They are looking to gank this top lane. Finally,
Yeah.
Island is no longer an island.
It looks like it's going to be a dive here. Renekton is extremely low. Renekton backing away now and just out of vision in that pocket. They don't see him. Lazerue now sees him here. The lantern is used. They're trying to go for some damage here, but the ultimate secures the kill. Gnar jumping in as well for good measure, and they get the kill onto this Renekton. I did want to point out, you mentioned Human 100, and we've never really, you know, he's a returning player from the tournament last year, but we never really mentioned what his name could mean. And I think, you know, that meme where it's just like, what if the humans use 100% of their brain? I think that's what it is, bro. I think that's what it is. Because his like you said, right, the positioning is really good, and he's making sure that he never gets caught out. And I think that's what it is. He knows that's human using 100% of his brain.
Yeah, I mean, he's just insanely good at this 80k position. I mean, there you go, completed PD, and then going for the Berserker Greaves for that E upgrade there. It should be completed once that Berserker Greaves is purchased and completed. But yeah, I mean, this early to mid game team comp that Xee My Wrath drafted is falling more and more behind. Almost an 7k gold, almost an 8k gold lead here. 9k, sorry, no, 8k, exactly 8k gold lead now here.
Math's hard.
Math's hard for me, bro. Math's hard. But basically, this is exactly 1 minute before the next dragon. Exactly what this team needs to do is deny the vision from this Xee My Wrath squad and start putting out vision. And if you look around that side of the map, there is a lot of vision for this deep vision.
Getting lantern to safety, and yeah, just not able to be caught out, right? We do see multiple members of Xee My Wrath trying to collapse, trying to get this Kai'Sa, but there's not much they can do. They will check this, and they do know that they are around here. We might see a team fight happen, and this could be very influential. And a great hook onto the Ahri going forward and getting the flash after the getting the flay after the flash, and that is a huge pick which can convert into a dragon take as well, putting them at soul point. Hex Tech Drake as well. This is going to be huge for Watchdogs.
Yeah, they can just keep snowballing this lead. They can put this Herald down and walk straight down if they time this correctly. Yep, the Wukong is rooted and looks buggy there, but they are just gonna put this Herald down. They are just gonna time this. This is timed nearly to perfection. They're gonna guide it to charge, and then they're gonna walk straight down to get that Hex Tech Drake Drake point there, and
onto the Olaf, managing to get him as well. They're trying to get some more chip damage onto him, but Olaf just having to back away, making sure he's not healthy enough. The Renekton flashing forward onto this Gnar, getting a great Call the Meek, and the shutdown given over to this Renekton. Huge play, I believe. Yeah, Gnar did use the ultimate, but it wasn't enough for the Renekton, so that's a big pick going into this fight. Ahri going for the charm, but that's not limited. Great hook from this Lazerue. They're continuing to take out members of Xee My Wrath here. They are going for this, flashing forward to the Viktor, trying to get this Renekton bailout used, and Kai'Sa using the Killer Instinct to go in, flashing away this Caitlyn, trying to get that kill, and Kai'Sa living by the skin of her teeth. We do see the Renata Glass, but there's not much else that she can do there, and huge play by this whole Watchdog squad.
I mean, Lazerue has 100% KP till now. This is how insane these death sentences has been. Kai'Sa going back, showing everyone that yeah, she is a champion from the last tournament as well. If only we could give out skins, NSI skins, we would have given them that. But this is a great game so far. Just clean. I mean, one death, yes, that one death did go down, but like that is a matchup that the Gnar was supposed to lose, or at least in terms of the early game. But now in terms of team fighting, this Gnar is going to just keep being more and more useful. Like in terms of the items, Cull is completed, Triforce is completed. They can just leave the Gnar in the side lane and have that 1-4 split push. But again, items coming through for all of the members of this Watchdog squad. 2 items for the 2 carries. Viktor has Shadow Flame Leandries.
You see the gold?
Yeah, I mean,
I'd like to see the gold. I want to see the exact difference on these 2 ADCs. That is, oh my lord,
Wow.
that is almost 5k. That is an almost 5k gap between the 2 ADCs. That is multiple towers, 6, 0, and 5. This Kai'Sa is just insane. Just, taking red side's jungle camps as well, making sure that Xee My Wrath is completely choked out of any and all resources that they can get. This is going to be huge. They're looking for a pick here, but this is starting to get really difficult for Xee My Wrath to bring themselves back into the game. Oh, they might get the pick here on Viktor. Viktor does get caught out here, does get rooted, thrown back into the Olaf. Olaf does have the Ragnarok available, not getting stunned by the Viktor, and they do manage to get the shutdown and gives it over to Ahri. Great Spirit Rush as well, but the ticking, almost taking out the Olaf actually. So it looks like they're going to respond top side. However, jungler and support are here as well. They might look for a pick onto this Renekton. We do see them playing this patiently, so it looks like they're not going to be overly aggressive. Kai'Sa's moving as well. Okay, I see what this is.
They're going for a dive here.
Yeah, it looks like the dive is all 3 members out of vision. Kai'Sa popping into vision right now, jumping onto this Gnar, but Gnar, great ultimate onto the Renekton, and just getting popped by that Q instantly. Ahri trying to salvage something here with that teleport, but there's not much else they can do. This is now a 4v4 situation where they go in here, flashing away from the hook. Lazerue managing to stay there, and then here we see Wukong getting charmed. Great charm by the Ahri. Ahri almost taking him down, and Wukong will manage to survive that situation. Great hostile takeover to stop the engage, but they still managed to get a kill.
So funny to look at the hostile takeover because the Wukong decoy was attacking Wukong. So I was like, damn, Wukong on Wukong action there. But yeah, that with that kill, Lazerue finally is not 100% kill participation. Is still very high in that kill participation there. Just the vision game is exactly why they are this ahead and allows them to play this aggressive, like the deep vision they have in this Xee My Wrath.
Wrong team.
Yeah, because I saw WD and I was like Willem the baby, but and then I forgot they all changed their names, so I'm so confused. But yeah, I mean the deep vision that they have, allows them to just walk around the map this freely. I mean, yes, they just the Xee My Wrath team did just clear it out, but in terms of the vision that they had setting up all these like picks, it's just been because they have prior knowledge of the map and they have prior knowledge of where everyone was. And there you go again, they just have deep vision around this Baron pit, knowing that okay, we do have Soul Point. We can choose to take that immediately, or if they do choose to put all 5 members over to that dragon, we can just rush Baron for the trade, and that's gonna be worth it because that's just going to be the first Drake for the Xee My Wrath squad.
Ooh, the charm might hit onto just a little bit chip damage onto the Thresh. Thresh, also very ahead. He does also have a stopwatch available, so he could look for something here. Gnar getting that useful double hop, getting away from the danger of the Renekton. Renekton has been able to take him down solo before, so Gnar respecting that. Great respect coming out from this Watchdog squad, understanding that, they don't win every single fight, they just win most of the fights.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, this is just going to be a vision game here, so the Baron dance has begun. So this is exactly what we're going to be expecting to see from this squad. And they're going to most likely try to bait this out because in 52 seconds, this dragon is going to be out.
He's stopping the back of the Olaf. I don't know. Yeah, great play because denying him of that reset right before this dragon comes up is something that's huge.
And they take
Look at this. They're going for a Baron Sneak, and there's still plenty of time for them to look for something once the dragon comes up. We do see multiple members there, but look, Gnar is also at that bot side. So this is getting melted by the Kai'Sa, and great Baron take, and look at this, they're rushing over. Oh, it looks like they're going for backs. I guess Kai'Sa has items here.
I mean, they have the Hextech Gates. They can't just rush it straight down here. This is insane. This is exactly why Hextech Gates are so overpowered for the team that is ahead, because it just allows them to take that Baron and then reset immediately and then just be here already. Look at that, 6 seconds to spare. Can still allow Lazerue
Yeah.
to put down the vision.
And this is very aggressive from Lazerue, going forward instead of backwards out of that Hextech gate. No fear whatsoever, understanding that, you know what, I'm fine here. Will we look for a pick here? They do get the Dragon flashing forward, grabbing the Renata glass, and Renata just getting taken out instantly. We see the Gnar, great pushback into the rest of the team. Human 100 using Killer Instinct to go in. We do see Malkman going down now as well, and Kaisa just getting the backline of Xee My Wrath, and that is 4 for 1. Huge play by Watchdogs now. Ahri trying to get something out of Wukong, but just bringing him to half HP, and it's not enough. Soul is now in the hands of Watchdogs, and a great team fight to boot.
Yeah, I mean, just positioning there from every member of this Watchdog squad was insane. The Kaisa basically 2v1ing Ahri and Caitlyn at that side, and actually even winning. That's just how ahead this AD carry is. And even if they pushed a little too hard, Kaisa still had stopwatch in that fight.
I have a question. Are we sure that is Human 100 play, or is it not just Jackie Love piloting?
I mean, no, this is Gala, bro. This is Gala. Human, because if that was Jackie Love would have just straight up run it down. But you know,
the shade towards Jackie Love. Now,
that was, I mean, IG Jackie Love, sure, but TES Jackie Love, no. But I mean,
Olaf might get the Viktor here. They are popping a lot for this Viktor. Viktor flashing away, managing to type them out. Renekton has now joined the fight. The root doesn't land. The stun from the Renekton goes through, and Viktor getting caught out once again. But will he trade a kill here? No, the ultimate chases after Renekton. I believe Renekton is too healthy and fast and manages to survive. Great pick from Xee My Wrath to try to swing things back in their favor a little bit, but now Ahri might get caught out here. Lazerue is around. The slow from the Gnar is huge. Hostile takeover used right away to prevent any form of engage. Ahri trying to go forward with the charm, but does not land, and that's just it. Ultimate used to disengage, making sure that the pick doesn't come through, but still, that is very much worth it for Watchdogs.
We need to look over at the item of this guy's eye edge completed, heading towards that Guardian Angel. That is going to be a lot of damage in the next following fight. The Baron does still have 21 seconds left, but I mean, Olaf looks like he's getting caught out here. Oh,
yeah, Olaf just absolutely popped with the Caitlyn. There was nothing to cast there. He just got deleted from the game. You know what? Just delete the champion as well, right? And we do see a Rinsa teleport coming in from the Gnar here. Viktor almost getting caught out once again. Gnar does not have any rage, but he's just getting chain CC'd like crazy. But look at his health. Like, he still manages to live somehow through all of that. So, you know, the pockets are just too heavy on the side of Watchdogs. There's not much that Xee My Wrath can do. They used so many ultimates there, and it still wasn't enough to take Gnar completely down. And this Gnar is the least fed member of their team, so how much worse does it get with the rest of Watchdogs?
Yeah, I mean,
they go for a second inhibitor here.
Oh, redemption being used.
Redemption used by the Thresh, making sure that everyone is healthy enough for this fight. Second tier 3 tower going down. Ahri trying to get a great charm, but the second Spirit Rush and Wukong just going forward, taking out the Ahri, not allowing her to get the pick that she wants. Kaisa does have the W line, and great hook onto this Renekton. Kaisa going through. Exhaust used on her, but there's just too much damage. Exhaust doesn't matter when the damage is that high. We do see the Olaf jumping into the backline, but it's not enough. Great stopwatch to prevent her from dying to the tower as well, and I believe this is game. Watchdogs showing why they are the defending champions of this tournament, and why they will be the ones from Group A to go undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, they are still undefeated so far in terms of the NSI tournament. They continue the streak. They are still unbeaten, and no one has seemed to be able to go toe-to-toe with this squad. So I'm honestly looking forward for the clash of the two titans of Group A and Group B.